Since launch, our crowd has invested more than $16 million in its platform and 18 portfolio companies. Jonathan has been part of the founding team at several successful Israeli startups and acted as an angel investor. Over the past 2 decades, Jonathan has invested more than 100 Israeli startup companies, helping to bring over a dozen of them to values in excess of $100 million. Previously, Jonathan was the co-founder and CEO of Vringo, a leader in the innovation, development, and monetization of mobile technologies and intellectual property. He led Vringo to a successful completion in its initial public offering, and the company trades today on NASDAQ under the symbol VRNG. I'd like to invite John to share his thinking with us about the impact of crowdfunding on Israel as a startup nation, and how crowdfunding can build diaspora-Israel partnerships and innovation.
I want to give you sort of a quick bird's eye view of a project which is essentially in progress right now. About a year ago, came up with the idea for our crowd. And the primary drive here was to essentially use crowdfunding to hook up the Jewish world with what was going on in the startup nation. I had been going around the world speaking about Startup Nation, but at many, many talks, people would come up to me, hand me a business card, and say, get me into a deal. And I'd say, wait, buy an Israeli stock. There are a lot of stocks traded in Wall Street with the 3rd largest group. No, I don't want a stock. I want a startup. I'd say, no, go to a venture capital fund. Because venture capital funds make a great way of choosing. No, I don't want to do a venture investment. That's $1 million or $5 million. Find me a startup. And as you just heard, I recently ran a public company. I really didn't have time, but I was polite, and I exchanged the card, and I put the cards in these shoe boxes, which began to form a wall in my office filled with cards. And when I exited my last company, I said, well, maybe I can find a way to use crowdfunding to hook all these people up directly with Israeli startups so we could not only solve their need, but also bring a huge influx of new capital and energy into the Israeli startup scene. And this is important not just for the startups themselves, but it's important for the Jewish world, because this narrative of Startup Nation is critical for us as a Jewish community. It's critical to get the tech Jews into this tent. Right now, if you look at the top 10 Jews on the Forbes list in the US, 5 of them are tech Jews. These people are not leaders of the Jewish community. And it goes down below those 10. We need to bring these technology people in, not just because of their funds and their influence, but also because of their skills. And by using crowdfunding, we're going to build stronger ties between overseas investors and Israeli startups with all kinds of great benefits. So if you look what's been going on in the Israeli startup scene, there's been a ton of money being invested. Most of it going from venture capital funds, a chunk coming from angels. 75% of the money coming in here is coming from abroad. Just last quarter, $660 million was invested. It's over $2 billion a year. This is huge. This is dwarfing, essentially, what's going on into the charitable world, and it's only going up and to the right. Now, if you look at what's going on in the crowdfunding area, you have 4 distinct ways to do crowdfunding today. One is you can do what's called consumer lending. Companies like the Lending Club, where I was an angel investor, last quarter they issued $650 million of consumer loans. You have the rewards-based Indiegogo and Kickstarter. Kickstarter has just crossed the $1 billion mark. You have donations, which are now generating hundreds of millions of dollars for charities, and clearly the federations and Jewish charities need to be very focused on this. And then ultimately you have what's called venture capital or equity-based crowdfunding, where I'm happy to tell you today, this project we started less than a year ago has now become the largest portal for crowdfunding equity in the world. Nobody has raised more money for companies, and this is for Israeli companies, albeit, okay, than our crowd today. If you look at what Time Magazine says, they say this economy is about to pop. We're hoping it's going to pop in the right way. And if you look at how it solves the problem, because until now, if you wanted to invest in Israel, you had to find a venture fund. You had to write a big check. Okay, venture capital really isn't sufficient. How many of you in this audience are invested in a venture capital fund? Okay, so I rest my case. But the reality is that 90% of people of means would like to invest in a company, because with all due respect, what's going on in the bank is not particularly pretty in terms of returns. everybody reads about Waze, or they read about these incredible successes, and they would like to be part of this. Equity crowdfunding solves this problem. We can harness the power of this crowd, the crowd out here in the larger audience, and now everyone can actually begin to invest with sums as little as $10,000 each. What we're trying to do is to bridge the world between angel investing and venture capital. Angels are free. You can fall in love. There's a deep psychic connection with the company. Venture capital is disciplined and professional. So the idea here is not what I would call classic crowdfunding. To put up a bunch of projects where you let companies put up their own ideas, take a 2-minute video, and then the next thing you do is you're sending them $100,000. Frankly, that's a recipe for disaster. Bernie Madoff Jr., wherever he is, would have a field day with that. Okay, we've been there, done that, no thank you. But the idea is, can we take sort of a curated crowdfunding model, where basically a bunch of professionals are looking at opportunities, bringing them to the crowd, and then curating the crowd. At this point, this is not for everybody. We're working what's called accredited investor-only crowdfunding, where you actually have to have $1 million of net worth or $200,000 of annual income in North America if you want to join us. But then we allow people to make their own choices and to get into this game at a very, very simple level. Basically, we curate it, we bring these opportunities to you, we invest our own money in each of these deals, and ultimately we're focused on crowd building. We want our people, as earlier was said, to be doing crowd doing. We call it crowd building because these companies don't just need money. Anyone who's been in the startup game knows that the money that you raise for a company is the end, maybe the beginning of the first inning. It's a long ball game. It's about how do you help that company raise more money? How do you help that company find the right kind of partners, both on the strategic level, business development? How do you get them to the press? How do you recruit the right people? How do you ultimately exit? And we are not just providing those skills at our team level at our crowd, but we're actually engaged in harnessing the power of our thousands of investors to do this. And we've now built the world's largest network of Israel-focused investors who are helping to build the startup nation. Our team is a great team. We have 25 people. You might have met Donna Mann, who's here, or Audrey Jacobs from the US. I founded this together with Stephen Blumgard, who comes from Glencore. Elon Zbitowski is running our deal effort out of Lehman Brothers and Goldman Sachs, and Penny, who comes from Broadcom. We've now actually done 29 deals since February. It's sort of a little bit ambitious, but you haven't seen anything yet. Our business plan for next year calls for us to do about 70 new deals. Nobody has done 29 deals in this country, and those little blue boxes are companies who actually are founded by repeat entrepreneurs. Because one of the great things about Israel today is there are a lot of people who've been there and done that successfully, running around, thousands of them, of successful entrepreneurs who've had multiple exits. People like Eitan and Avi, who've sold 3 companies. Jeff and Jacob, who've built companies of billions of dollars. Jeff just had a wonderful exit with Twitter, thank God. Richard Dem, who sold his first company to Goldman Sachs. People like Amit Gopher, who's a quadriplegic, who's built this incredible company called Argo, which has the ReWalk product, which allows paraplegics to walk again. Zvi Schreiber's had 3 exits. Bob Rosenschein, who has had 2 exits. So we're investing often in companies with people who've been there and done that before. More importantly, we believe that this kind of funding is a group sport. It's not enough to put up a company on the crowd and say, okay guys, let's fund it. Because that's not going to do the trick. You need to build essentially a consortium, a syndicate. So we invest alongside the best investors in the world. People like Excel Partners, who back Facebook, Index, who back Skype, people like Khosla Ventures, Vinod Khosla, and others. If you look at our track record so far, we've actually now invested over $24 million in now 28 companies. Our 29th just went up on the website. We actually have 2,200 accredited investors. We added 300 just last month. We're just getting started. We urge you to visit our booth here at the, in that coffee area and accredit or join us online. And we're having an investor breakfast on Wednesday, which you're welcome to join us with. Basically, the media has been very, very kind to us. It's a bunch of great things. We're talking about building these companies together as a crowd-based effort. But I want to share with you just a few minutes here about what we're doing in the community. We've taken sort of a bold position. And we've said that we're not going to invest in a single company that is not engaged in giving back to the community. Let's all face it, there's a problem here in Israel. Israel has not kept pace in terms of our own giving and our own philanthropy. We've been extraordinarily, essentially blessed with this partnership with North America and with the Jewish world. And we now need to step it up in Israel. We now need to take essentially this incredible wealth we've created in the startup nation and start deploying it here for our needs, as well as for world Jewish needs. So we've made really a historic decision, which is that anyone who wants to receive money from our crowd, that company must agree to give part of its returns to the community, period. If they're not willing to do it, they're not getting money from us. We're doing this with Torah, which is the venture philanthropy fund. We're now also going to be, and I'm showing this for the first time ever, allowing people, as they make a commitment to invest in a company, to earmark part of their profits to charity. So as you're sitting down and saying, I'm going to invest $30,000 or $40,000, that's the time when that person says, you know what? I'm going to give 10% of my profits to charity. So they'll be able to do that, and then they'll be able to bring down a little menu which will have a bunch, I hope, a lot of different charities where you'll be able, at that critical moment of making an investment, to give back. So I just want to say thank you very much to the GA for putting this session on crowdfunding. If you just listen to what's been said here about the crowd doing and the crowd building and the wisdom of crowds, this is critical for our people. What we're doing, I think, in terms of equity crowdfunding is one part of it, but in general, we have to embrace this new method of raising money and raising consciousness. Thank you very much.